NHL was just a couple of weeks from beginning their postseason when the season was suspended. Well, the Kings, they were in 7th place in the Pacific Division, but they were on a roll leading up to that point. Winners of 7 straight games. The Kings were the hottest team in hockey, and the team's rebuild seemed to be gaining momentum heading into a very important offseason. I spoke with team president Luke Robitaille last Friday amid hockey's shutdown. We really appreciate your time, Luke, and we sure hope to see the Kings back on the ice soon. Any thought on that and when the timetable might be for that, or how anxious are guys to get back on the ice?
Our guys are anxious. We really don't know what's going to happen with finishing the season. There's been a lot of talk about trying to finish the season. So if you think that would happen, it could happen sometime in July, where we would play without fans just for TV. And then if you think that were to happen, then that means we might start without fans again at some point in November or something like that. So those are the talk that we hear, but there's really nothing concrete. We've been, like Gary Bettman, our commissioner, we've had some meetings. He says we got to wait to see what the government tells us, what the governors tell us. And it's every state, and we have to deal with 2 countries for us. Plus, we have a lot of our players are back home in Europe right now, so we have a lot to deal with.
How are the Kings doing throughout this hiatus?
Well, as an organization, we knew like where we were, and we've talked about rebuilding our team, and we have a lot of young players coming. So we kind of feel we missed 3 weeks of hockey, and then we were already getting ready for next year. We're basically doing this. Everybody's meeting every day and talking. We're making sure we keep them busy. We're talking to our young players. We're talking to our veterans. In sports, you're always getting ready way ahead and so forth. So we're getting ready for next year. We don't know what time we would start of the season, whether it would be October, November, or December. But we know at some point we're going to have a season. So that being said, at least we have that certainty that we know at some point we will be playing. We just don't know exactly when.
A basketball player can have a hoop or a court in his backyard. A baseball player could have a batting cage in his backyard. How do hockey players practice and stay kind of game ready right now?
We're seeing more and more guys bringing out the old rollerblades that we had, if you remember, in the early 90s and the late 80s. So a lot of our guys seems to be using that. I mean, it's not the same turn and stop, but you can at least use the same motion to work out. So a lot of guys seems to be using that to work out right now, and they're trying to do the best they can.